Nelson beats the odds. So Nelson was off to a rocky start at Bland Middle School. Mrs. Gronkowski, Nelson's teacher, caught him playing with his friend Carlos during class. Miss Gronkowski asked Nelson to move his desk to the front of the class, then to the back of the class, and eventually outside of the class. No matter where Nelson moved his desk, he found someone to talk to. I've had enough of your antics, young man. I'm going to call your parents. Nelson was in big, big trouble, and all he could hear was his mother yelling, I sent you to school to learn, not play. Nelson would often become inattentive and disinterested in class. While Miss Gronkowski stood at the board teaching, Nelson's mind wandered outside of the class, the school walls, into La La Land. Nelson sat and daydreamed about playing basketball with his big buddy Anthony. So what I want the dads to do, I want you to act like you slam dunk. So what you do is slam dunk. So how would you do your slam dunk, Dad? How would you do your slam dunk? So for the kids, I want you to do a slam dunk like Anthony right here, right at your seat. So I want you to slam dunk. So Dad, show him how to slam dunk. So
Slam
can y'all do
dunk
that?
us. There you go.
Good job. Good job. So when Mrs. Gronkowski asked Nelson to read what was on the board, guess what? He couldn't see it. So his father took him to see an eye doctor. When Nelson came to school the next day, he left his glasses in his book bag. So what I want the dad to do, I want you to cover one eye, just like this. And can the kids, can y'all cover one eye, like you're looking at the eye test? There you go. And guess what his teachers asked? Where are your glasses? I forgot I left them at home today, Nelson. Nelson didn't tell the truth to Mrs. Gronkowski because he thought his classmates would tease him for wearing his glasses. I think he had one kid in here who used to be wearing his glasses, right? In your backpack? Oh, now we know where the glasses are. And guess what? Guess what Nelson kept his glasses at? In his backpack. And I got him in trouble in school.
No, they're not in there, Israel.
When Nelson went to hand in his work, Mrs. Gronkowski said, I can't read this chicken scratch. And put a big, fat, red, what letter is this? Can y'all see this letter? It is an F, a big, fat, red F on it. Maybe you need to learn how to read then, says Nelson. The class erupted in laughter. Guess what Mrs. Gronkowski did? Her face turned redder than a fire truck, and she screamed, go to the office, now! So what I want the dads to do, I want you to say, go to the office, now!
Go to the office now.
So now what the kids are doing, so I want you all to say, go to the office, now!
Go to the office now! Go to the office now! Oh, that's a nice stuff.
All right. So Mrs. Gronkowski set up a meeting with Nelson's parents the next day and told them, I think your son has ADHD and a learning disability. I recommend that Nelson